Real 92.3, LA's new home for hip-hop, is standing up against racism and racial injustice in all our communities. Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
He's back in the neighborhood.
back.
Lil Nas X, welcome back to the neighborhood, bro.
What's up? It's Lil Nas X.
Hey, man, a lot has changed for you. And I know a lot of people, when they start talking to you, haven't seen you in a while, go, a lot has changed for you. But it's been a great journey for you thus far, huh?
It feels like the first time again.
Really?
Wow.
Like, why do you say that?
Because it's been like such like a whirlwind. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's how I would say it. You know, and don't expect anybody in here to really correct you because
My IQ is way low, bro.
We just don't speak as such.
I feel it.
There's
I
some
feel
other
it.
shows you probably have to go to, X, that you'll be like, damn, did I say that right? It'll get right past us. So don't even trip about it, bro.
All good.
But
all good.
I remember, man, when we had one sit down, and of course, you know, with Old Town Road, that just took off. You know what I'm saying?
Old Town Road.
Yeah,
Old Town Road.
yeah. It was
Oh, the
just
song from 2019.
yeah. But you know what's crazy, man,
Classic.
is that usually people see a song like that blows up and they
Yeah.
break records. And then it's always, and especially in the era that we're in today where everybody's negative, what do you do next? You know what I'm saying? What do you do
Yeah.
next? Were you ever concerned with that, or did you have like kind of a mental blueprint of what you knew you wanted to do?
I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I was going far, you know?
Right. You know what's going to stop there.
Oh, for sure.
Damn. Hey, man, are you in competition with yourself, though? You know, when you get something that has so many accolades and it seemed like it haven't
Absolutely. I'm not, I guess I'm in competition with myself, but I'm more concerned with just like getting better at everything, you know? Like in each aspect of my career.
That's
you know?
beautiful. And as a person, too?
As a person too, like I guess I've grown a lot as a person in the last year, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah. What you know, when we say 2019, right? It seems like, oh, that was 2019. But when you go day for day, minute for minute, hour for hour, that's a long time as well, bro. And when you look at from 2019, just kind of getting on to where you are now and where you continue to go, what have you learned in that time, bro? Like, it can't all be just beautiful.
What have I learned? I've learned a lot. Let me see. What can I think of specifically? I mean, I learned to trust myself more than anything, and like just know that the only person who has to believe in me is me. I've learned, you know, that I can like block all that shit out, you know, that comes at me.
Was that something you had to learn though? Because we're in an age now, X, where it's like everybody's a critic. Everybody's rude. Everybody's mad. Everybody's fake angry. Everybody has an opinion.
Absolutely.
How do you push that out?
You know, sometimes I'll accidentally like get into it, but you know, a lot of times I'll just say, okay, let me sit for 5 minutes and do I want to respond to this and give it my time? And I'm just like, no, most of the time, like 99% is like, no, let me focus on this, what I'm doing.
Hey, Nas, that's a lot to learn. And because I've been in radio 27 years, right? And I still look at certain things and I'm still learning on what not to irk me, what not to put my energy on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now with what happens with you or artists or celebrities nowadays, it's like I know what it was before we had Instagram and all this, you know, and all these critics and everything. But you guys are right here in it. So
Everybody's
it
your front
takes
door.
Yeah. And everybody has an opinion.
Everybody.
People who don't even need to have that opinion. Like,
Yeah.
just stop letting these people live rent-free in your head.
Is it hard for you to grow up in front of everybody? Because at your age, I was still crashing the car.
Oh wow, that picture of oh my God, that's fire.
Oh yeah, that's me and Michael Jackson right there. Yeah, and I don't you know.
I'm sorry, that's
but,
just amazing.
But just him begging me that day, you know what I'm saying?
Right? He
And
did.
then X, I was probably
Classic
like,
Michael.
I was like, all right,
He
okay.
did the same to me.
Yeah.
Classic Michael.
When you were just a child, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, please take a pic.
And he was like,
I guess.
you're gonna be huge. I see it. You're gonna be a celebrity. I need a picture with you now.
Legend.
I forgot what the hell I asked. Anybody remember?
Yeah, you did ask something.
You
Yeah.
said, is it hard to grow up in front of everyone?
Yeah, is it hard to grow up in front of everyone? I don't want people to think I'm losing my mind.
I feel like definitely, but it's also I feel like it's a mindset thing, and I guess it's harder on people depending, you know, what you've learned growing up and you know where you come from, because it you know shit still gets to me sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot, and everybody like wants you to be amazing and perfect at everything and in every way. And if you fuck up, you know, you're a terrible person and there's no redeeming yourself.
Do you feel like you have sometimes more to carry than the average artist that steps in?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as in a way of like, oh, poor me.
Right.
But it's like I definitely understand, like, I have it like a harder in the ways of like the way society is built. Like more shit like gets stuck on me than the average
Hey, man,
artist.
and I tell you, bro, we all got these things that I call the enoughs. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their enoughs, but you got all the enoughs that some people don't have. You got to be black enough. You got to be hip hop enough. You got to be pop enough. You got to be, gay enough. You got to be straight enough. You got to be this enough. Like there's so many enoughs. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cowboy enough, you know? but there's so many enoughs, and we all got them. And it's not complaining. You just understand that these are the enough jackets that you have to wear.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't like to sit in like sorrow about it or anything.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, it's where I'm meant to be. It's like, it's my place in the universe. And it's like, I got to keep going, you know?
Hey, did you picture this? You know, because as a child or anytime growing up, you know, you do have this thing where you're like, oh, I want to buy this. I want to do this. I want to do that. Have you surpassed what you thought you were going to be?
For sure. I mean, I guess I thought I was going to be in a completely different lane. I always thought I was going to do something like big or something, but I thought I was going to be like a doctor, you know?
Yeah.
Really?
Or like a top doctor at a hospital or something. Yeah, I wanted to be like a cardiovascular surgeon, like as a child, you know? Yeah.
You're cool with like cutting and blood and all that?
How do you not fall into, but how does music come about? Yeah, them damn shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, this is my cardiovascular side. How do you get into music? Because we're one of those people, and as well with me too, X's, I threw a lot of stuff up against the wall.
How do I get into music?
Yeah.
It was very, very much random, honestly. Like, it was like music has always been a part of my life. I always loved music. I got into Stan Twitter. It's all about music. I used to sing songs, like make songs with my brothers and sisters growing up every now and then. But then randomly after summer, after I like didn't get the right grade on a math thing I was supposed to do and like pass a math class I was supposed to pass. I was supposed to be doing some math work. I was like, okay, let me blow some time doing something random.
And how old are you around that time?
I'm 19.
Okay.
I believe 19 or 18. Around this time, like this first year of college, I make a song, and then I'm like, wait, this is kind of fun. I keep making songs around my like 13th song.
Are you sharing these songs with people, or is it on Spotify? Or you just
you
listen
can find
for
them
yourself?
on YouTube, I'm sure.
Oh.
Like my 13th song, Old Town Road, pops off, and boom.
So
we're
Old
here.
Town Road was a part of that.
It was like the 13th one out of like that year. I
Did
like,
it feel different to you?
Absolutely. I was
Really?
like, oh my God, this feels like something I heard in my past life or something. Like I was like, this is really nostalgic, but I've never heard it, you know?
Hey, bro, it could have worked, and it did, or it could have just, and it sounds easier, oh, it could have worked or it couldn't have. It could have worked, or it could have been just totally ignored.
Absolutely.
It didn't seem like there would have been like a middle. And when you look at that, do you trip off of like, I'm talking about 8 to 80 know this song, and not 8 years of age. I'm talking about 8 months. 8 to 80 know this song. There's no way you could predict that.
You couldn't. It was like, it was magic.
When do you know it starts to blow up?
What, a song?
Yeah, that song, that particular one.
That particular one? What did I know? Immediately, like after I like previewed it, like in a meme, it was like, okay, boom, I'm famous.
Yeah. Hey, man, but when you look in that rearview mirror now, does it feel like you're far, like you're separated, like you're far from Old Town Road? Does it feel like that to you now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't introduce you as that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a recall to us now that you go back to Old Town Road. It's not like, oh yeah, Old Town Road. It's like a recall because there's been so much since then.
And so much good music.
Yeah, and what it felt like such a small amount of time. You know, but you're a creative marketing and a genius at what you do.
I appreciate that.
For real, man. For real. Because we're in a business, man, where you're here today and you're gone tonight. And when you come with a song like that, people love to build you up just so they can knock you down. We take a pleasure in knocking you down. You know what I'm saying? So when you build up and then we go to knock you down, you hop over here. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, but you got to see where your success hasn't stopped.
It's crazy. it's crazy. But I was like, I got this. Fuck what everybody's saying. Boom.
Why do you feel people have so many problems with you being happy?
What do I feel people? I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I understand. People are raised in certain ways. People are taught certain things throughout their whole life. It's hammered into their head, and they learn to hate shit. They learn to, be stuck in their ways, and they think they're right. And some people are just not open to ever changing their mind, and like that's like one of the biggest problems in society.
Is people, and then you can only satisfy what I call your audience. People that don't rock with me, I'm like, man, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a show at the Staples Center tonight, I can't worry about who's going to be inside of the forum. I just got to perform for who's in my audience.
Absolutely.
But everybody has an opinion and everybody got something to say. How do you get away from all this that's going on?
What do you mean by that?
Like there's sometimes when you gotta step back. Everybody want a picture. Everybody know your name. Everybody want this. It's always like somebody either wants something from you. What's that quiet moment? What do you do to step back and get a quiet moment for yourself?
I feel like all the time, all the time when I'm in my house at least, or if I'm in the studio, or I'm in the hotel room or whatnot, and if something gets overwhelming. Like people like pop, pop, pop. I'm like, oh, not right now. Not right now. I love you. Not right now.
Do you ever trip off that it's you?
That it's me?
Yeah. Like, do you get that vibe where sometimes you're on the side of a stage or you go to Met Gala like, damn, this is me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Sometimes. Like, very often. Like, I'm like, I genuinely like do like a crazy laugh sometimes. Like, no way.
Hey, man, and God willing, bro, that never goes away. Because even as long as I've been on radio, I still trip like, damn, that's me. I would sit in here and talk, and I'd be like, man, people listening right now. Yeah, and that's crazy. Even he was pointing at the picture of Michael Jackson. That day with Michael Jackson, bro, that's Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally sitting there walking in like, dude, you about to meet the real king of pop. You know what I'm saying? So, and some of the other ones got covered up over there.
Yeah,
we needed a logo wall, but we weren't gonna cover up, Michael Jackson. Alia?
You had some great features on the album, but there was someone who, after the album came out, said that they would work with you, and that was Kid Cudi.
My buddy.
Is that really gonna happen? Are you guys? What happened?
I feel like that 100% will happen, and it would be incredible.
What do you think it would sound like?
I just want to sound like a bunch of humming, and it's gonna be like a humming pop song that everybody loves.
Yeah, and with Megan Thee Stallion as one of the features, was that like, what was it like working with her and that song coming together?
I didn't actually. It wasn't like an in person. That wasn't like in person. But I've met Megan a couple times, and I felt like she was like just perfect for that. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, do you trip off of who your peers are? Like your music business, your celebrity peers?
Yeah, very often. I feel like I'm in a very like privileged place. Like I'm really thankful to be around like this new age of artists coming out and like really killing it. And then having them on my album too, like that's amazing. That's incredible.
But even having the collabs that you have in the future collabs, when you do speak about a Kid Cudi
or
and
a
Drake name being thrown up in the air, I think it's also because, man, you solidified yourself as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you get people that's in the game that will collaborate with you, who choose who they collaborate with. You know what I'm saying? So it's solidified that it's an artist. It's not a novelty.
Absolutely.
And even with Jack Harlow, like that's another one where that dude lyrically, you know what I'm saying? And he even would be in a position where people felt like, why are you working with him? Because everybody has a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all have a conversation with that, or that's just?
I actually talked to him about it a couple times. Like, I understand like his position, and he already has like he's really cool with a lot of rappers in the industry and whatnot. And I was just like, oh, that's really dope, and that's really like stand up of him, to do that. Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes it's more than the music? Like it's always got to be. People want you for a message, or you always got to have something other than like, man, I just want to put an album out. What do you think about this? How do you feel?
I feel that to a degree, and I guess that's how I thought about like when I first got into the music industry, but I didn't understand like, like the impact that I could have, especially among like people who were like me as I was young, And so I took that role, I guess. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm the perfect role model or anything,
Right.
but
Because
I
you still
exist.
living too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when people slap role model on you, do you take that title or do you just like, man, I'm like,
I take it with a grain of salt.
right?
I mean, because it's like I just want to be a role model for people to exist and just like do their own thing.
Do
but
you?
I'm not your parent. I'm not going to like be perfect. I'm going to do shit that I want to do, and you're not always going to agree with it.
And you're growing, and you yourself. My thing is this, man. Like, if my kids, all right, look at a video of yours,
Yeah.
all right, and you're doing a lap dance, you're doing this, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
If that video of 4 minutes could change what I've taught my son or my daughter in 13 or 14 years, I got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow,
I
you
can't.
said it.
I can't put that on you.
You said the thing.
I got work to do. You know, so and usually when people say role model, it's always got like this negative tone to it. You know what I'm saying? Like role model used to be like, oh man, Michael Jordan role model. Now it's you supposed to be a role model. I'm like, man, just dude, don't consume it.
Exactly.
That's anything I have a problem with, X, I don't consume. I don't have to. I have the power and I can turn it off.
That's why hate is just as strong as love.
Yeah.
It'll have you paying attention to everything somebody you don't like, everything they do.
And that hate, that shot around the world, that goes fast. You know what I'm saying? You could literally go and donate $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But man, you push somebody out your way, that's gonna be what everybody see. Montero, the album, bro, was that therapeutic for you? Did you feel like I wanted the opportunity to make a body of music?
It was so therapeutic. It was everything that I could mean. I feel like it helped so much. It was a part of like this whole pandemic transformation of becoming, who I am now, and caring a little bit less and more about my own feelings about stuff and relearning things, that I had in my head, unlearning things, and being able to put like music and actually say shit that's actually happening in my life, or give like even like a super sad side, I guess, that I don't admit to,
Like, would you say you in Lost in the Citadel? Like that one, it was like it hit me because I was like, I've met
It's my
someone
favorite
and
song
that
I've ever made.
that was my favorite song on the album too. No, but it's really good just because the story that you tell within it, you can hear a bit of that heartbreak in there. When was the last time someone broke your heart?
When's the last time I feel like that was the last time my heart was broken, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're a
I haven't been
heartbreaker, huh?
allowing it since.
Yeah, now
Don't
you
build
breaking the
those
hearts,
walls.
huh? he like going on the road like, fuck this.
I'm gonna ghost you.
I want to beat you to the punch.
Hey man, but when we talk about just the year that we've been through, a lot of your career also was around the time that we were in pandemic and quarantine. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep yourself on the radar? Because we were paying attention to a lot of other things that was very necessary. We
Through
weren't
the
going to
pandemic.
shows. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There was no festivals. We were missing live entertainment. Were you missing being out there?
Absolutely. And it was also like scary, and I definitely, that's when those thoughts were like hitting the most. Like, you're in a time where you don't have any new music prepared and you're going into pandemic. You can't go and do any shows. And it's like everybody's already like shitting on you. It's like, what the fuck do I do? And it's like, okay, focus, get your head on. Let's make this music. Let's get this album ready.
And which is great because you are already on this steady rise, right? And then when we get this rise, it's like, oh man, now the whole world done shut down.
The entire world.
Yeah, it's
shuts
not
down.
like, oh well, Texas is not open, but I can go to Istanbul. I can go to like the whole world.
It was probably for the best, like honestly, because it's like if I'm already on every stage like performing and shit. I'm not making any new music, and I get locked down. I have no choice but to do something. You know,
and it shut everybody down. And it's probably a time that you wouldn't have been able to shut down, but being that it shut everybody down and got you a chance to work. Get you a chance to, think about certain things, who's around you, your surroundings, like thinking about life. And Lil Nas X, did you come out on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Come out on Twitter.
Was it one of those things where you worried about coming out, or you knew like you were gonna so-called announce?
Was I worried? Did I know? I wasn't really worried because I feel like that's the time when I like started like a spiritual journey and whatnot, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Everything's gonna be good. I don't know how, I don't know why, but everything's gonna be great.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it always something that you knew as far as like from a kid? Did you know like
Definitely.
right?
Definitely, but I didn't accept it until I was like 17, 18.
Why?
I mean, because I was hoping like, oh, this is a test and, it will
Wake up
go
one day
away.
and it's gone.
Yeah, I'm going to wake up and then boom, it'll be gone.
Was it a responsibility to you or to the public?
Both.
Mm.
Both. Like, what do you mean? Like coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like both. I didn't know why at the time, but I feel like I understand more now,
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing that I'll say also, man, is that when we recognize our so-called truth, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it's one of the things where people worry about what other people are going to say. I think that could weigh heavy on somebody.
Yeah.
What's somebody going to say, how they're going to treat me. Even with me, bro, I was over 500 pounds at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything was big boy and I'm funny and so on and so forth. And even when I lost the weight, I was wondering, man, are people still going to rock with me?
Mm-hmm.
Am I still going to be funny?
Yeah.
Are people going to look at me different? So on and so forth. And I know that's a pale comparison.
No, that's
but yeah,
absolutely true. Like, because, I realized a lot of love from certain groups was not hitting the same anymore or whatnot,
Yeah, but you learn. You know what I'm saying? But you learn people and their actions. Everything comes out in the rinse cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you see the rinse cycle, you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going down. Lil Nas X. At one point, did you say that you were going to change your name?
I did. I was thinking about it.
Would
Like
you
my
just go with
stage
your name?
I was like, would I go to Montero? But I don't want to abandon, my name or anything. Even if I made it like in like a fun time, like this would be fun.
Did you?
Lil Nas X.
How serious were you about the name Lil Nas X?
I was having fun.
Yeah.
I was having fun. I was serious about my music even then, but I was having fun.
Would you name yourself
worked.
Lil Nas X today?
Yes, I
Really?
do it again. Lil Nas X.
No regrets.
It's fun.
Right.
I love it.
It's
dog.
fun, big. Come on, man. Come
Lil
on.
Nas X is fun.
All righty, we're going to do for real, for false. All righty, now I'm going to ask you a
For
couple
real.
questions. All righty, now. Lil Nas X, you played trumpet when you was in grade school.
For real.
Hey, dude, I played trumpet.
Word?
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Goated instrument.
Did you learn Hot Cross Buns? That was the first song that I learned.
I didn't learn that.
Oh, you skipped Hot Cross. Did you? How long did you stay with it?
I stayed with it for maybe 3 or 4 years, I
Okay,
believe.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I was only there for 1 year. Me and my homeboy Michael Kusanoki, we thought we was gonna be like these dope ass like trumpet players. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Yeah,
go
but
all around the world.
Yeah, we fell off. You know what I'm saying? All righty now, for real, for false. Before he made it, he worked at Six Flags.
For real.
Nice.
Louis got all
What you do?
excited.
Yeah. Hey, dude, he sound like, yeah, for
I would
real.
have been dope.
for
Just being
real.
like, hey, Lil Nas
Oh,
X
it was
right there.
cool. It was fun. It was
What did you
sad at
do
times.
there?
Huh?
He said, yeah. Hey, dude, he tapped into something. He was like, yeah, but it was it was sad at times.
Oh man.
What did I do while I was there?
Yeah.
I operated rides, and yeah, I think.
Do
that
you
was
get
my
on
main
rides
job.
different now? You know when you behind the scene, when you behind the curtain, you're like, man, I wouldn't get on that.
Like, I don't know. I don't think I've been to like on an actual roller coaster in a good minute. It's not
because
it's
you know
not
how
as-
they're made. Yeah, that's something you're not telling us.
Yep.
Do you think you will walk into that same Six Flags without a ticket because you're famous?
You think I think I could?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
I'd
you
probably
can.
get bombarded.
But you could if you wanted. If you knew you wanted to go to a concert or to a game, being Lil Nas X with a celebrity, do you know that you can just walk up to a building and say, hey, I just want to jump in real quick and see such and such?
It would actually work sometimes.
Yeah.
And, it's like one time I was in the UK, but I was still like super fairly new. I was like outside the club. I was trying to get in. I was like, oh shit, because I think I was 1 year too young. But they usually don't give a fuck.
No, yeah, for
But
sure.
it was like, oh nope, not gonna happen. I was like, I have a #1 song in your country. Can I please just come in?
Oh, yeah, you used it.
I'm like, you guys are playing my song right now.
You're
Can
like,
I go in?
well, I'm going to take my... Did they let you in?
They didn't.
Ah, European bastards. For real, for false. All righty. He doesn't have any tattoos. You still no tats?
For real. I still don't have any tats.
Really?
I think if I get a tat, it'll probably be Montero. Or like
yeah,
the
that'll never
symbol.
change.
Yeah.
I got one tattoo. It says Ida's son. Ida's my mom. Rest in peace.
Uh-huh.
That'll never change.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's something that's constant.
You ever thought of, I just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
You should
Congratulations.
Hey, man, that's what I was
Get
looking for.
it.
That's why I said it. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
I don't want to say all the congratulations because I only got a little bit of time with you. I don't want to say Grammys and all this other shit that you got. Yeah, man, but you should probably, your first one would be dope if you got Big Boy.
You know what? That's
tattoo?
constant.
Yeah.
I should probably think about it.
Right, well, at least he thought about it.
think,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
He's
he
not going to
said
get it,
that.
but at least he thought about
Yeah,
it.
that's sweet.
All righty now. He turned down a role on HBO show Euphoria.
That's true. That's true.
Damn.
Why?
Too busy?
I was working on this album that I'm here for. you
Yeah,
know?
all right, yeah.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you can't go do somebody else's work and not work on your own.
True.
There it is.
That's a fact.
Thank you for
Thank
coming into
you.
the neighborhood, man. Name time, one of our times. What is that? The
Most
100
influential people of the year.
That's crazy. That's beautiful.
That's super
Yeah,
incredible.
Damn.
the Grammys, all the stats, all the accolades, man. Just continue to work, continue to be you, continue to be happy, man. F what they say. Only person
got
that you
you.
can do is be you, and
I
that's
can
what they
do
tell
that.
you.
I can
And they
do
tell
that.
you when you're on a plane, which you probably don't fly commercial anymore.
I do. I do.
Remember when we seen each other at Southwest?
Oh, I remember
we
that.
were going out somewhere, and we would run into each other.
Oh yeah.
And you thought I was following you, and I was like, yes, I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's
yes,
right.
I am.
Wait, what was that? I don't remember.
We were going
I think we were
somewhere
all
in
going to the
Vegas.
festival.
Probably the
Vegas.
Yeah.
Good time.
Do you still
Yeah.
fly Southwest?
No. No, not to have a problem with it.
Right,
like,
right.
no offense to Southwest. West. I don't want to, that
Yeah,
could be
just
like a
right
deal
now.
or something in the future.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
just right now, you didn't fly in on Southwest.
Nah.
There it is right there. But you will.
possibly.
You know, in
yeah.
the A category, because you got people that can make your reservations early. You know what I'm saying?
Early bird special.
Yeah. Lil Nas X, thank you for coming into the
Thank
neighborhood,
you.
man. Thank you for your energy, brother. And I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. You guys have a great one.
Man,
man.
we do.
Scream Montero, the album.
Hello. Y'all stick around, y'all radios, Big Boys
Big Boy.
Neighborhood.